SPD emergency! And it's cut. Alright, he got it. Come on.
Hello recorders, welcome back to It's Recording Time Media. I'm your host Steven, and today is the 15-year anniversary of Power Rangers SPD. SPD is one of the uniquest seasons of Power Rangers, and well, unfortunately during its original run, I did not watch it, because, around the time that's when, people like my family were telling me that, oh, I'm too old for Power Rangers, that, so I didn't watch it. The only time I would, know of it was from its promos on Jetix, which y'all remember Jetix? And I just didn't pay attention to it because it's just stuff was going on for me around 15 years ago. And it wasn't until like years later where I actually did see the show and I was thinking that this is like really good quality. I mean, among the strongest strengths about SPD is the cast and their dynamics and their conflict. I mean, these characters all had like really good, strong character development, especially Sky, the Blue Ranger. I mean, he's actually almost considered to be the best Blue Ranger throughout the whole entire series. But to me, a character that really stood out was Commander Kruger. I mean, I really did like him as a character, and especially with his voice. Like, I always thought his voice was just so unique, and it's like, nothing I've ever heard of. And, of course, y'all that follow this channel know that last year I actually got to meet John Tui, who played Kruger, and I got him to sign my Shadow Ranger figure. During that whole time at Ranger Stop, I did get to, talk with John, and he gave me, like, so much words of wisdom and so on.
Movies. I love what I do, guys, and Power Rangers gave me my first break. My first break in my career. When I left drama school, I ended up being a painter for a year, and I did a lot of auditions, and the doors just keep closing. And for us that were at the Memorial for Poor, and mental health came up, and I'm just, it's amazing how people don't know how much they can affect you. And as an actor, you're told you're not good enough, you're not good looking enough, you're too big, you're too old. And it can wear you down, but I truly believe that if you're passionate about something, most people I know that are working at the moment aren't doing what they dream of doing, They're just turning the wheels, paying bills. For me, I don't see myself doing anything else. And my first break, like I said, Disney gave me the role of a lifetime, and that was playing Doggy Anubis Kruger.
And John is like almost the only cast member from SPD I've interacted with. Yeah, I've interacted with Brandon J. McLernan, Jack the Red SPD Ranger.
Are we recording this? Because I don't want to get in trouble.
Can you just delete that for me?
Okay, you edit that.
Oh, no.
Send me the final edit.
Are you recording?
Yes.
I'm sure.
This was a joke.
Yeah.
Sure, when I was at Power Morphicon like 2 years ago, I didn't get a chance to meet with all the actors because that con kept me so busy. But they're great people. I got to see them at their panel at the very last minute, but yeah, they're great people. As for the season, well, there are some good things about this season and not so bad things. Like the things that, to me, what I think is one of the weakest things about the season is how the Rangers, this is like the least diverse season of Power Rangers, with only having, Jack being black and, and Monica May, the Yellow Ranger, Z, I mean, I think she's Latina. I gotta double check on that. But still, this is the weakest diverse season of Power Rangers, which it's like, come on, we gotta have more diversity in this season. I mean, sure, most of these actors are actually Canadian. And another weakness, this how, the season they reuse props from, past seasons. I mean, especially with the confusion is Wes from Power Rangers Time Force, is he Sky's dad? All because in their photo he has the red Time Force uniform. It's caused this whole confusion and debate and whatnot. But they all said that one of the producers of the show admits that was kind of a mistake, and they should have why didn't they just use the red SPD uniform instead? And another weakness is Sam the Omega Ranger. Him just being just no character to him, and he's just there to help. He's there from the future, saying the future technology is better, and there's no character. And yeah, one of the producers of the show admits that yes, it was a mistake, and they should have fought harder to have an actual actor. But they kept saying that this season they kept going so over budget that it's better to just cheapen it. And of course, some of my favorite episodes in the show is I did like the team up with Dino Thunder. I mean, they actually did two of them. One where The first one, I think it was, I forgot the name, but it was Wormhole, I think, and they only had the 3 of the Rangers and not the whole team. And then when they did another team up, which had almost all the Rangers, except one of the things that fans don't like is how, Tommy, he just appears in, like, morph the whole time. And Jason David Frank has said that, that he was living in the U.S. He moved back to the U.S. and, Disney thought it was too expensive to fly him over for just a 2-day shoot or whatever. And it's like, yeah, sure, international flight is expensive, but it thought it would just be cheaper. But they could have at least asked the JDF if he could have, do the voice instead of that guy Trent doing an impression of him. But I'll do this. This is a really good season of Power Rangers, and I think in 5 years we'll actually be at the year 2025 where the season takes place, and we ain't got aliens living with us or anything like that. But I'll do this. Thank you for tuning in, and may the power protect you all.
But like I said, once a Ranger.
Always a Ranger.
Oh man.